Hi everyone, it's Liam here from Rating the Races. So I've had a look at the Imperial Cup and obviously Langer Dan's been entered. Um, if they go for the Imperial Cup, I wonder if that means that, Dan Skelton thinks the horse is ridiculously well handicapped still. And they're prepared to win a smaller pot in the Imperial Cup, going for the bonus in the Martin Pipe. I've looked through Dan's other horses, and I don't think any of his others are there to go and win the Imperial Cup and then go and try and win the bonus. I think he's only got two actually in other races at Cheltenham, and the other one was it no, it was Lucky One. Lucky One's 40-1. He's not going to win on Saturday, in my opinion, and therefore he obviously won't be winning a bonus. A lot of his other horses, Destrier, Playful Saint, they don't have Cheltenham Festival entries, which suggests to me that they won't be going for it in the Imperial Cup, because Dan's a trainer that's been trying to win these bonuses. He obviously tried last year with Langer Dan. He tried last year with Favour in the Moor Battle. He tried again with Favour in the Moor Battle. So he's a trainer that I think it does target the tries to win the bonus as well. So if Langer Dan runs, I do think they'll be going for it. They were, there's no reason not to go for it. The other trainer that seems to have a good record, we know he has a good record, is David Pipe. Didn't have a runner in the Imperial Cup last year, and didn't have a runner in the Moor Battle this year. He had Night Edition last year in the Moor Battle, finished second, but doesn't have an entry in the Imperial Cup this year either. So the only one that is interesting for the bonus, really, for me, is Langer Dan in terms of the trainers that normally target it. However, I've got a feeling he won't run. The horse that interests me the most is History Bear, where you can currently get 14s about. And why? The Cormier form. 2 runs ago at Cheltenham, Cormier won it. Severance was second, who was obviously my selection for the Moor Battle, ran really well. History Bear was third. And obviously at the weekend, Cormier won, Severance was fourth. History Bear is quite lightly raced. As you can see, he's only had 5 runs now. He is still unexposed, and if you go back and watch his effort at Cheltenham, everything happened too quick for him. He seemed to, he looked like he was going to drop away with, I think it was Lively Citizen, who was also at the back with him. Looked like he was going to drop away, but then got going. It's like he hits a flat spot, sort of Paisley Park, sort of flat spot. Picked up really well, went down the inside whilst the Cormier and Severance both came near side, and that was probably against History Bear, but he was just as good that day as Cormier and Severance for me. I thought it was a very, very good effort from History Bear for a lightly raced 5-year-old. And I think the ground was a big factor. He kind of did something similar-ish the time before at, was it Utoxeter? Fontwell. If you go back and watch this race at Fontwell, he kind of did something very similar and ran down Smurfy Enki, however you say that name, Smurfy Enki. Late on, after looked like he was going, he'd even been given too much to do, or it was his first run back from 294 days off the track. I do think there's still more to come in History Bear, and I think the ground is something that means when they get away, if he does hit this flat spot, they don't get so far away that he can't catch them, which a kind of thing happened at Cheltenham. He has been to Sandown once before, and he ran a really good race behind Hudson de Grugy. He was trying to give Hudson de Grugy £6 that day, and Hudson de Grugy's a mid-130s horse, I believe, whereas History Bear is only up to 130 now. I think there's a lot more to come from History Bear. I think this has been the target after he finished third at Cheltenham. They thought we can go and try and win a bonus race and then end up at the Cheltenham Festival. He is in a race at Cheltenham as well, so there's a reason to be going there. And I think he's a decent price at 14s. he follows the Cormier, Severance form line, and I think that's a really good form line. So he is my selection in the Imperial Cup, and I am going to have a bet on him today.